Rizal's first travel in Europe. On May 3, 1882, Rizal left the Philippines for Spain. In his first trip abroad, Rizal was very excited to learn new things. He was only 20 years old, and as a young man, he was very observant and eager to interact with foreign nationals. He made sketches of his fellow passengers and of the things that he saw during his travels. On June 16, 1882, Rizal reached Barcelona. He arrived during the summer vacation, so he was able to meet up with former classmates in Ateneo. These classmates organized a welcome party for Rizal at a coffee house in Plaza de Catalunya. They toured Rizal around the city and brought him to the famous historical site in Barcelona. In this city, Rizal found time to write an essay entitled Il Amor Patrio, or Love of Country. This essay was published in August 20, 1882, in Diaryong Tagalog, where he used the pen name Laong Laan. After the summer vacation, Rizal decided to move to Madrid, where he enrolled in medicine and philosophy and letters at the Universidad Central de Madrid on November 3, 1882. Rizal was awarded with the degree and title of Licentiate in Medicine for passing the medical examination in June 1884. With this title, Rizal was able to practice medicine. He continued enrolling in courses that would have led to a doctorate in medicine, but the degree was not given to him because he failed to pay the fee required to defend his thesis. At this time, Rizal was already feeling the effect of the difficult economic situation in Calamba. His family faced financial problems brought about by low crop production because of drought and locusts, aggravated by the hike in rentals on the haciendas by the Dominicans. Consequently, there were delays in his monthly allowance from the Philippines. In one of the Filipino reunions at the house of Pedro Paterno in Madrid on January 2, 1884, Rizal proposed the writing of a novel about the Philippine society. The group approved the project, but this plan did not materialize. His fellow Filipinos who agreed to help him did not write anything, so he drafted the novel alone. It was in Madrid that he was able to write the first half of his novel, Noli, Tangere. While in Madrid, Rizal was exposed to liberal ideas through the Masons that he met. He was impressed with Masons' view about knowledge and reasoning and how they value brotherhood. He joined the Masonry and became a Master Mason in the Lodge Solidaridad on November 15, 1890. During his stay in Germany, Rizal mastered the German language and wrote a paper entitled Tagalische Werkkunst, a Tagalog metrical art. He also translated scholars William Tell into Tagalog in 1886. It was also in Berlin where he finished Noli Me Tangere, which was published on March 21, 1887, with financial help from his friend Maximo Viola. After 5 years in Europe, Rizal went home to Calamba on August 8, 1887. He spent time with the members of his family who were delighted to see him again. He also kept himself busy by opening a medical clinic and curing the sick. He came to be known as Dr. Oliman, as he was mistaken for a Durinan. His vacation, however, was cut short because he was targeted by the friars who were portrayed negatively in his novel Noli Me Tangere. He left the country for the second time on February 16, 1888. In his second trip, Rizal became more active in the propaganda movement with fellow ilustrados like Marcelo H. del Pilar, Garciano Lopez Haina, Antonio Lona, Mariano Ponce, and Trinidad Pardo de Tavera. The propaganda movement campaigned for reforms such as for the Philippines to be made a province of Spain so that native Filipinos would have equal right accorded to Spaniards, representation of Philippine in the Spanish Cortes, and secularization of parishes. Rizal became preoccupied with writing articles and essays which were published in the propaganda movement's newspaper, La Solidaridad. July 1891, while in Brussels, Rizal completed his second novel El Filibusterismo, which was published on September 18, 1891 through the help of his friend, Valentin Ventura. In 1892, Rizal decided to return to the Philippines, thinking that the real struggle was in his homeland. In spite of warnings and his family's disapproval, Rizal arrived in the Philippines on June 26, 1892. Immediately, he visited his friends in Central Luzon and encouraged them to join the Liga Filipina, a civic organization that Rizal established on July 3, 1892. The significant effect of Rizal's tour to his desire of liberating his people from the tyrant Spanish are the following. Rizal knew the life and culture, languages and customs, industries and government and laws of the European nations. The travel and adventure of Rizal are an important facet of his education and sophistication through which he learned the culture and politics of other countries. In his journey abroad, it helped mold his ideas for reform in his homeland, which is Philippines against Spaniards. Jose wrote two novels, Noli, Tangere and El Filibusterismo, to show people how the Philippines were being bandaged by Spain.